Welcome to the world's tiniest kitchen! Introducing Chef Mochi, a culinary genius with a license to nap. Today on the menu, the great pizza Cat-astrophe. We begin with an extreme close-up of our chef, a fluffy white Scottish fold, sporting a tiny chef's hat that sits just a little bit crooked on his head. His magnificent, glossy eyes blink slowly, a universe of calm within them. Suddenly, a single, delicate speck of white flour drifts down, landing perfectly on his tiny, twitching pink nose. The camera lingers on the incredible softness of his fur, a stark and beautiful contrast against the crisp, clean white fabric of his professional hat. A tiny, almost silent asterisk meow asterisk escapes him, signaling that the master is ready to begin his work. The air is thick with anticipation and the faint, sweet smell of yeast. What masterpiece will this small savant create for us today? Our chef, Mochi, approaches a pristine, waiting ball of pizza dough with the gravitas of a seasoned professional. He circles it once, twice, his tail giving a thoughtful flick, but he doesn't reach for a rolling pin or a mixer. Oh no, Chef Mochi has a different technique, a secret passed down through generations of feline masters. He treats the dough not as an ingredient, but as the world's most comfortable bed. With a soft leap, he lands in the center, sinking into its pillowy depths. Then, the real magic begins. He starts rhythmically kneading the dough with his front paws, a motion affectionately known as making biscuits. A deep, rumbling purr starts up, so powerful in content that his entire fluffy body vibrates with the sound. The camera zooms in, capturing the delightful squishy physics of the dough as it yields and bounces back under each gentle press of his soft, pink-padded paws. It's not just cooking, it's a symphony of comfort. Suddenly, a problem arises in our culinary paradise. Mochi, having kneaded the dough to absolute perfection, decides it's time for a brief inspection of his other ingredients. He tries to lift the paw, but the dough, now activated by his warmth and expert touch, has become incredibly sticky. It clings to his fur, refusing to let go. He lifts his right paw, and a string of dough follows it, stretching like melted cheese. He plants that paw down and tries the left, but the same thing happens. The dough stretching like a piece of stubborn, delicious gum. A look of pure, unadulterated panic dawns in his wide, pleading eyes as he glances directly at the camera, as if begging for an intervention. He's trapped, a prisoner of his own perfect creation. His little whiskers tremble with a mix of surprise and mild indignation. This sticky situation is the catalyst for chaos, trapped and slightly flustered. Mochi's feline instincts take over, triggering an emergency zoomie state. He wiggles and twists, trying to shake the doughy shackles from his paws in his frantic attempt to break free. His back foot lands squarely on a rogue slice of pepperoni, slick with the fine sheen of olive oil. Whoosh! He's off. He slides uncontrollably across the polished marble countertop like a free, wide-eyed hockey puck on a mission. The world becomes a blur of kitchen scenery until crash. He collides headfirst with a large bowl brimming with freshly shredded mozzarella cheese. The impact sends a glorious explosion of white cheese flying into the air, each tiny shred catching the light and drifting down in beautiful, mesmerizing slow motion, blanketing the scene like a gentle, delicious snowfall. Cheese rains down upon our bewildered chef, turning the kitchen into a winter wonderland of dairy instead of surrendering to the cheesy chaos. Chef Mochi decides to commit fully. He sees the pizza dough flung into the air by the pepperoni incident, spinning gracefully above him like a flying saucer made of carbs. This is his moment. With a surge of adrenaline and artistic flair, he crouches low and then leaps into the air, a determined glint in his eye. He's going to catch it. For one breathtaking, magnificent second, he is suspended in midair, a true culinary aerialist against the warm glow of the kitchen lights. His fur flows majestically behind him, his paws outstretched, his form perfect. He is no longer just a cat. He is a warrior, A dancer, an artist soaring through the sky to unite with his destiny. Gravity, however, is a harsh critic and does not care for performance art. The ascent ends, and the inevitable, graceful descent begins. The spinning dough, as if guided by fate, completes its arc and lands directly on top of our airborne hero. It drapes over him the soft, playable texture, wrapping him up completely, swaddling him like a cozy, flowery burrito. The great pizza catastrophe has reached its logical conclusion. Only his little face, dusted with flour and cheese, pokes out from the doughy cocoon. He blinks once, twice, his big eyes taking in his new, rather confining circumstances. He is no longer a chef in a kitchen, but an ingredient in his own dish. A Mochi calzone in the making. The world is muffled and warm inside his carbohydrate blanket. He is one with the pizza. A tiny, defeated sigh puffs out of his nose, sending a small cloud of flour into the air. Instead of fighting his doughy prison, Mochi accepts his fate with the quiet dignity only a cat can possess. The battle is over. The kitchen is a mess. It is time for a nap. He lets out a massive, jaw-stretching yawn, his tiny pink tongue emerging for a moment. He spots a small dab of tomato sauce on his whiskers, a souvenir from his chaotic journey, and gives it a delicate lick. Content, warm, and utterly exhausted, he closes his eyes. His body goes limp inside the dough wrapper, and he falls fast asleep. The camera holds on his peaceful, snoozing face, capturing the soft, rhythmic rise and fall of his breathing. A final, gentle poof of flour dust escapes the dough burrito with a sleepy exhale. The chef has left the building. Bon appetit!